I am Sathish Kumar, pursuing B.Sc Computer Science in KC's Kasunadar College. Today I am taking seminar in data communication and networking. History of analog and digital network. Analog signals. An analog or analog signal is any continuous signal for which the time varying features variable of the signals is a representation of some other time varying quantity. Example, analogs is to another time varying signals. It differs from a digital signal in terms of small fluctuations in this signal, which are meaningful. Analog is useful throughout of in an electrical context. However, mechanical, pneumatic, hydraulic and other systems may also convey analog signals. Digital signals. A digital signal is a chemical signal that is a representation of a sequence of discrete values, a quantified discrete time signal. For example, of arbitrary bit stream or of a digitized, sampled and analog to digital converted analog signal. The term digital signal can refer to a continuous time waveform signal used in any form of digital communication. A pulse train signal that switches between a discrete number of voltage levels or levels of light intensity, also known as a nine coded signal. For example, a signal found in digital electronics or in serial communications using digital baseband transmission in or a pulse code modulation PCM representation of a digitized analog signals. A signal that is generated by means of digital modulation method, digital passband transmission produced by a modem, is the first case considered as a digital signal and in the second case as converted to a analog signal. Diagram. Analog signals is wave like format, digital signal it's square shape like format. ISDN. These are a set of communication standards for simultaneous digital transmission of voice, video, data, and other network services over the traditional circuits of the public switched telephone network. Before integrated service digital network ISDN, the telephone system was seen as a way to transmit voice with some special services available for data. The main features of ISDN is that it can integrate speech and data on the same line, which were not available in the classic telephone system. ISDN is a circuit switched telephone network system, but it also provided access to packet switched network that allows digital transmission of voice and data. This results in potential between voice or data quality than an analog phone can provide. It provides a packet switchness connection for data in increment of 64 kilobytes. It's provided a maximum of 128 kilobytes bandwidth in both upstreams and downstream directions. A greater data rate was achieved all through channel bonding. Generally, ISDN B channels of 3 or 4 bryce 6 to 8 64 kilobytes channels are bounded. In the context of the OSI model, ISDN is employed as the network in data link and physical layer, but commonly ISDN is often limited to usage to Q.931 and related protocols. These protocols introduced in 1986 are a set of signaling protocols establishing and breaking circuits, switchness connections, and for advanced calling features for the users. ISDN provides simultaneously voice, video, and text transmission between individual desktop video conferencing system and group video conferencing system. ISDN interfaces and ISDN services. Basic Rate Interfaces BRI, Primary Rate Interfaces BRI, Broadband ISDN BISDN, Bearer Services, Teleservices, Supplementary Services. Principles of ISDN to support switchness and non-switchness application, to support voice and non-voice applications, reliance on 64 kbps connections, intelligence in the network, layered protocol architecture, variety of configurations, ISDN layers. ISDN used circuit switching to establish a physical permanent point-to-point connection from the source to the destination. ISDN is standard defined by the ITU that encompass the OSI bottom three layer of which are physical data link and network. See table. At the physical layer, the ITU as defined, the user network interface standard as 1.430 for basic rate access and 1.431 for primary rate access. Overview of recommendation on layer 1 for ISDN and BISDN customer access. Documentation on the ITU website. ANSI has defined the user network interface standard as T1.601. As already stated above, the physical layer uses the normal telephone cable as its physical cabling structure. The ISDN cables will typically utilize a point-to-point protocol such as HDSLC, High Level Data Link Control, or PPP frames. At layer 2, however, you can sometimes see other encapsulations such as frame relay as you would accept. At layer 3, you typically see IP packets ISDN operated in full duplex, which means that traffic can be received and transmitted at the same time. The ISDN D channels will utilize different signaling protocols at layer 3 and layer 2 of the OSI model. Typically at layer 2, LAB-T link access procedure D channel is the Q.921 signaling user and DSS1 digital subscriber signaling system number 1 is the Q.931 signaling that is used at layer 3. It that used to remember which one is used that which layer by simply remembering that the middle number corresponds to the layer it operates at. Broadbanded ISDN X.25 layers. X.25 is generally a protocol that was developed by International Telecommunication Union (ITU). It as usually allows various logical channels to make use of same physical line. It basically defines a series of documents particularly issued by ITU. These documents are also known as X.25 recommendation. X.25 also support various conversions by multiplexing packets and also with the help of virtual communication channel. X.25 basically encompasses or shoots to the lower three layer of the open system interconnection OSL reference model for networking. These three protocol layers are physical layer, frame layer, packet layer. In diagram, layer mapping with OSI model. Application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, physical. Packet, frame, physical. PLP, LAPB, X.21. Packet layer protocol. Packet layer protocol or PLP is the network layer protocol for the X. 25 protocol shoots. PLP manages the packet exchanges between DTE data terminal devices across VCS virtual calls. PLP also can be used on ISDN using link access procedure D channel LAPD ATM protocol. The asynchronous transfer mode ATM protocol architecture is designed to support the transfer of data with a range of guarantees for quality of services. The user data is divided into small fixed length packets called cells and transported over virtual connection. Thank you for giving this opportunity.